This video is not for the weak or the selfish, but for everyone else. This will be the secret to your success. Have you ever wondered why trust is so elusive in some relationships? I'm Eric, Leadership Developed. This week we're going to talk about what key factor helps create that culture of trust that your organization is looking for, which your team is demanding out of you. So if you want to be that influential leader and not a deadbeat boss, you will want to watch this video. Let's go back to the saying. Trust is the basis of all relationships. If you don't have trust, you do not have a relationship. So how do we get there? I mean, it's not like the easiest thing to build. If we go to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, there's this one area in the second level that's important to creating that culture of trust. How do you make your people feel safe? Because the answer is, if they don't feel safe with you, they will not trust you. That is the whole theme of this video. In one of our other videos, we talked about how the leader is responsible for creating an environment of safety where people feel safe to try, fail, try to succeed. But we are so bombarded with efficiency and optimization and perfectionism that nobody is allowed to fail. But the thing is though, how can you grow if you don't fail? I remember being in charge of 237 Marines and hearing them laugh about colleges having safe spaces. It caught me off guard because the Marine Corps base is the ultimate safe space. It's where it allows us to fail at learning tactics to perfect our craft to being the best war fighters in the world. Because we have the ability to train in a way that allows us to experiment, to take chances, and to see if they succeed or fail. Where judgment is held on the back burner and constructive feedback allows them to understand where they can do it better, or understanding there's a certain time and place that certain things will work and fail. The most important thing that you can do to help maintain this environment of safety, this culture of trust, is the way you resolve conflicts. In the Marine Corps, we are taught the nature of the war dictates the nature of the peace. What that means for you is the way that you have an argument dictates the way you work together when things are calm. If you can argue effectively, influentially, without the name calling, the blame, and the nastiness, you're able then to work together, collaborate together with dignity and respect towards each other. By having dignity and respect during the argument, you're able to foster and strengthen that relationship between the two. You as a leader, whether you're involved in the conflict or you are refereeing the conflict, you have to keep that in mind. You have to be able to ensure that the dignity and respect is involved. You have to make sure that they are in a safe place to be able to have the arguments, and they have to learn from it. Growth, the fifth level hierarchy. All these different pieces fit into personal needs, and these personal needs, when fed, when nourished, goes a long ways. It allows trust to flourish. It allows it to bloom. And it's a beautiful thing when it comes together. You're taking over a new team. You're taking charge of a new corporation. They don't know you. They don't trust you. How do you get them to trust you? They must feel safe with you. That was one of the tough things for me to learn. Not just talking with my confidence, but being able to show people that they trust me. My most important relationships did not immediately come about. They actually started off with some conflict. It wasn't until time later, it was my actions that showed that they could be safe with me. And then those actions allowed them to trust me. That's why you need to understand that as these hierarchy of needs, it's a hierarchy for a reason. They need to be hit from the foundation level, then you work your way up. Creating that safe environment is not always easy. There's many barriers out there that makes it impossible for you to create a safe environment. One is your predisposition or the other person's predisposition. What happened to them in their lives? What happened to you previous to your life? If you know me, I am scared of people. I'm referred to as an ambivert. I'm either an introvert with extrovert tendencies, or I'm an extrovert with introvert tendencies. But the baseline to all that is, I am scared of people until they show me that I can be warm, that they will be warm to me, and I can be warm to them. It is a very hard barrier for me to break through. So how do you break through that? In which I found that I needed the courage to just accept the fact that not everyone's going to be warm up to me when I greet them. Not everyone really wants to have a relationship with me. As soon as I learned that, I became braver, stronger, and more influential in creating a culture of trust, because we established where we stand with each other. We established the fact that we don't agree with each other, or we don't like each other, that they can still be safe with me, that I am not out there to harm them, do them wrong, or make them feel bad. And in doing so, it kind of flips the script and makes them some of my closer friends. This is important for the fact that you will be able to work through barriers by understanding what the barriers are. The barriers are there because of what our previous experiences have been. Breaking down those barriers is as simple as somebody taking the opportunity, or somebody having the bravery to be vulnerable, to take that chance. I had a student ask me once, how can you create a culture of trust if you don't trust anybody? Well, you have to show trust. Once you show trust one way, they'll show trust the other way. And not everyone is going to be receptive to it. A lot of people are selfish. A lot of trust blockers is also reputation. We use the words perception is reality because it forces the leader that has to step up and be the vulnerable self, have to be doing the incredible things that nobody else is willing to do, and show them, okay, I understand. You're going to take this out of context if you only see me at this time in this place. I have to maintain my actions that are consistent and relevant to the person I want to be, to the leader I want you to believe that I am. This habit forming exercise will allow you to be able to never let somebody use something against you. By understanding perception is reality, it allows you to keep your actions consistent with your character. For me, my core values is adventure, love, growth. And I make sure that all my actions, whether it's out of this house or in this house, is consistently the same. Everything's an adventure. My love for people is for their well-being, to my closest friends, to my family. And growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. I'm always finding new ways to be better. I am trying to find new ways to improve the world. I am trying to find new ways to enjoy life. So how can you create that environment of safety? Allowing people to express themselves, but then teaching them how to professionally express themselves in the situation that does not harm others, does not harm the perception of them, that shows that their actions are trustworthy as well. Actively listen to what the person is saying to you. Listen to their voice. Listen for anger. Because if you hear anger, it's not because they're truly mad, it's just they're at a position where they've been hurt so much that it's turned to anger. Most people that are in my face is because somewhere they were hurt before they got to the point of anger. I learned to listen for the anger, to understand that they're hurt and that they're cornered and that they're flashing out. And that's once I calm them down, and once I tell them I understand you're hurt, and not trying to destroy their ego or just make them look bad or weak, but by showing them that I'm paying attention, that goes a long ways. That's important. People want to be heard. We always think that people just talk for the sake of talking. People just want to be heard because they think that they're the most important thing in the world. That perception is what you as a leader can change to help support them in their role. I had a leader that did that for me. I was an angry director of operations, But this executive officer understood where this anger was from. And he was like, hey, Landmind's passionate about this. This means this is kind of important. How can we help him? And not going, settle down, Landmine, you're scaring everyone. He understood, he looked past it and taught me to look past it. Stifler, giving you some credit. When you're the more emotionally intelligent person in the situation, you're able to peel back the layers of protection that need to be pulled away for you to understand what is going on. Most times, people are just frustrated because they haven't been heard. All they want to do is contribute. All they want to do is be part of the solution. They want to know that their value to the organization, their value to the community, their value to the team is important to the success. That they're not just sitting there doing what they're told, but they actually have ideas. They actually have concerns, and that they can be trusted to share those and provide possible solutions that might make this organization greater. Share with us what your ideas in the comments below, how you use the sense of safety to build a culture of trust. Give us some examples, give us some good details. Help this community learn from each other to be able to be greater leaders, to share the secrets that allows us to have the advantage over the weak and the lazy. I'm Eric with Leadership Developed. If you like this video, hey, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up. Tell us that you like what we're saying. To be able to understand why I'm using the hierarchy of needs, check out this video as we go through the levels of what the different needs are to help you be a successful leader. We'll talk to you again next video.